Hey, sorry everybody, I have no idea what happened there. We had a power spike over here, everything dunked, my PC died, and I'm busy with a full restart here, unfortunately out of my hands. So we will make this part 2 of the actual stream for ITZFOURIE tribute. I'm really sorry about that, but like I say, out of my hands when these power spikes happen. Never happened to me before, but what a PC shutdown. Just waiting for the game to load up. Hopefully I can get in time for them starting the race. So please bear with me. We will be with you as soon as I can.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hold F, hold F.
Yeah, we back, Sir Key Cracker. Sorry, like I say, no idea what happened there. Just a power spike and I was gone. Dead and dusted. PC restarted on its own. I had to quickly do a restart. I hope the guys are maybe hanging 10 for me. I don't know, but let's see what happens. Quickly looking for an invite there, and we'll see if we can get back into that lobby for you guys as quick as possible. I just hope we don't have an EA issue. Please don't do that to me tonight. That's not going to be fun. Yep, that's getting stuck. Don't you just love that? At least you guys get to see firsthand how we struggle with certain things. We'll leave this in the background as we're going, and hopefully we get something going very soon. Stick around with us. I know there's a trick that Brian taught me. Go into time trials, go out, and it seems to fix everything. So we'll see if we can do that next.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
That's key.
No reports of graining on the prime. Engine off, then back to P2. They'll wheel you in, we'll change tyres.
Hi everybody, welcome back. I've got Cooper, hear me. I can't get difference between you and Cooper. Sorry, Key. I've got Key Cracker with me in the channel. Everyone, we are live, and while I'm trying to get my game running, congrats again to you, sir, on being Papa.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate it. But while we congratulating, I just want to say big thanks to Cooper and Robin as well. They've been handling the show for the last week. About obviously Cooper knows the full story about everything. So yeah, thank you for everything. Thank you for the congratulations. But we need to give ups as well to Cooper and them for running Fusion and just phoning me when they need something.
Oh, well, that's absolutely it. And I've seen the work that goes on in the background to keep these things running and keeping it alive. And it's a lot of work. And I can't agree with you more. Well done to the two lads, really. All right. I think I've ended my session there, Key. I might be able to get into that lobby if I've got an invite. We'll see. And if so, we're going straight to the live show, everybody.
Yeah. Well done, EA.
We love them.
Yeah, it's in the game, eh?
We were just talking about it, guys, off air that you didn't hear, but we do feel that at the moment, Shane has sent me something. They are not spending too much time and attention on this game anymore, Key, like we said, because they are launching the 25 game on the 30th of May, that is.
Yeah, you see, the trouble with EA at this moment is, like I've told you, the service is bad. And now they're doing all of the 4 people that's doing working on EA games now. They put that into F125.
Yeah. All right, this is wonderful. I've apparently got a different screen now for the live capture. So, wow, something is going crazy good here for me tonight, isn't it? Yeah, Borat will definitely come show his face here to me soon. Where's the game capture? I mean, it's on my list here, and I just can't see the game at all. That is so crazy. All right, I'm going to try and do this. Throw it all the way to the top and see if I find her. Wow, we were indeed are. Maybe it's this blue hair of mine's made my brain rot. It's very possibly the Cape Town weather. It's crazy. It's legit no game screen. It's just so crazy, everyone. So yeah, bear with me. I'm going to get this right. Why? Because I can. And no, it just threw it away. And there we go. There we go. Let's just throw that straight on. That's good enough. We've got a screen. I'm so stoked. And I'll put that down there. That's brilliant. Just above my head. And we are back in, everybody. Let's get this race on. Key, we are running live, brother. We are running live. And Getaya P1 on lap 7 already. Sorry about the mishap, guys. Like I said, out of my hands. Thanks to... Let's go with Escom. I mean, they'd get into trouble a lot, don't they? I said, let's blame Escom, because they get into trouble anyway for all the power stuff, so we'll go there. I think we are good. Having a wonderful time out there. That's what we're doing. Getaya P1, Boss in P2. Why? Brian is down there in P5. He must have lost a couple of positions. Remember, he qualified P1, so interesting to see him that far down. Not too sure what's happened to him, but I'm pretty sure we'll pick it up as we go along. Jake's down to P4, making the move on Brian as well. Penalties already. Wow, is this a big penalty track for these lads? Because it's so fast-paced. I'm just having a look here, Key. Sorry for the little delay there, but the people said they can't hear you. So I'm just trying to see why the audio is dropped on that one. I've got to just give me a shout out there,
Hello, 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 hello.
There we go, everybody. We got this sorted. So sorry about that. But like we say, these things are out of our hands, and as soon as you guys don't realize how much hours I put into getting this thing ready and running for a show on the evening, there's always a gremlin somewhere. It's unexpected, and these things just happen. So, unfortunate for that, but we'll just keep finishing off the show with us. Brian up to P5 now.
Imagine living in South Africa where you can blame Eskom and EA. Where if you live in somewhere else, you can only blame EA.
Absolutely. Oh, that is so funny. We got the double whammy here in South Africa. We love that. I'll tell you what. Also, to make the stream smoother, guys, sorry about this, but I am going to dunk the actual camera off. There we go. That should be a lot better. And just want to throw the actual graphics of the ITZFOURIE tribute on there for you as well, just so that we can pay a proper tribute to him for our race as well. Sad news, that Key Cracker.
Yeah, if I can just say a couple of words. Obviously, ITZFOURIE, the guy has been a legend in the South African scene for a couple of years. For the guys that didn't share the track with him, he was one of the fastest guys in South Africa. And we till today, we're not sure what's the reasoning for it. The sad part about everything, obviously, we lost a legend. That's the main thing. We've lost a guy that was always there to help. The second sad thing is this guy was supposed to race on Monday, league versus league with us. And on Monday afternoon, they said, sorry, he can't. And obviously, we got the sad news Tuesday morning. It's such a sad thing. So for all the SA Farrell guys, the SK, obviously, for those who don't know, Fourie was mainly with them.
Okay.
He was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the admins in that league. For all you guys, if someone that knew him, family members, sorry for you guys. It's a big loss. We've lost a generational talent in the esports world in South Africa.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better, you know, and it's a sad time. It's totally a sad time, and I'm just so impressed as well with the racing community, how they've all stood together, how they've tried to support the family and friends through these type of times, Key, and it's just hats off to show you the type of people we do have in South Africa. I really have a big spot for those.
100%. Obviously, when you've been in the loop of everything. When we received the news on Tuesday, the amount of tributes the guy got from different leagues, like he obviously shared track with you, but he never shared a track with Fusion. But like the video you made this afternoon, I was sitting, I had 2 minutes quickly, and I quickly squiz it, and it was amazing. Like you say, people always say, "Yo, we're not there for each other." But it just shows again how big South African people can be when they really want to.
Yeah, without a doubt. And like you say, it's the off-track thing that really makes a difference, that the people out there, viewers and listeners, don't get to see. Man, that's what excites me about any esports that we're doing in South Africa, is the way that people pull together. I just have to say, same with Fusion. It's the same with these Oaks. The off-track camaraderie we've got, and they've got it in all the other leagues too, that came through today and yesterday with all the tributes. So, yeah, absolutely a big shout out to the family and friends there. So sorry for your loss.
Yeah, and I think what's still going to happen, obviously, there's a couple of leagues that's still doing tributes for him. I know LSA is doing tributes also tonight and as well as Thursday, sorry. We've got a thing planned for League versus League on Monday.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's amazing. It's something huge and I hope people, not because we're not doing this because we want recognition for, don't get me ever wrong.
Absolutely.
But I hope people can see how the community can get together if we really want to, and build something here for Fourie. I think we owe it to the guy that we built something community based for him, because he meant so much for the community in the past years.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thanks, Key. We appreciate that, and I'm very sure the other leagues would appreciate it too, from your side as league owner of Fusion, you know, giving back the word to the Oaks. So well done on that, man.
Yeah, and I'm busy loading up the YouTube. Let's see who's now we've got let's see who's to be winning the race. Hopefully Jake's, because he's my Williams partner.
I'll tell you what I could do for you, so I'll make it even easier. I can quickly stream my actual game for you, then you're on par with me timing wise. That'll help you a lot, and then you can see it live here in the Discord channel, and then we are on par, and there you are. So happy days. And yeah, guys, let's get back to the racing. Fusion Racing League, last sprint for the season here this evening at Qatar. Key, we had the biggest surprise of our lives this evening, a wet qualifying in the desert. It was a super surprise. Not sure if Key's still there. I think he might just had a quick break. But guys, that was a surprise to me. Let's see who's running at the moment. We've still got Kataya in P1. No penalties for him. He's doing really well. Let's have a look at the tyres as well while we have this opportunity to do so. Medium, medium, hard, medium, and all hards down to the bottom except for Josh there, mediums again. They're going for the long stint. There's Shane and Jake's. Never mind Brian. So watch out for the mediums falling off. Remember, oh, there's a tailspin there. You saw that. Into the pits dives Kataya. 12 laps out of the mediums. Bossart are following tightly, and our new race leader is going to be Shane. Yeah, there comes a special message from Wheeze. He's saying there, Fourie was a close friend of mine, a true legend on and off track. Just a great human being. Can't agree with you more there, Wheeze. I actually heard your interview on the race last night. Brother, so sorry again for your loss too. And yeah, it's never an easy time going through these moments. But strongs to you, brother, as well. Strongs to you. So yeah, guys, there you have it. We're going to be doing a nice dedication from our side as the League versus League. Please come and check us out next week on Monday at 8 o'clock. So there's no doubt that we're going to do something special there for ITZFOURIE. He deserves it. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Coming back to the racing right now, Quibus on P2. And Shane now a new race leader, like we said, there for the Red Bull Babies. I call them the Baby Bulls because I'm a Blue Bull fan sitting in Cape Town. How weird's that? That's maybe also why I've got blue hair. Everything's matching up to the blue hair tonight. It works. There's a reason I've got blue hair. If you guys haven't noticed it, I'll throw it on there for you quickly. Don't adjust the color on your screen. This is literally just to show you where's my blue hair. It's gone. It won't even show me my blue hair anymore. Okay, there's a reason for that too. Let's not do it and let's just enjoy the racing. Going into the pits now, it's Quibus on those mediums. So he managed to get them onto lap, what, 12 laps, 13 laps? 13 laps, he's on lap 14 now coming up. So good run there by him. He's going to have really good hards by the end, I think. One thing people forget about this track is fuel. A lot of people tend to underfuel this car. And there we go, straight into, he's not going to, I thought he was going to say about a big tail whip there by Shaney on those hards. Seems to be struggling on them in early days here. On board with Jake's now chasing down Shaney and Brian back up to P3. And he's now currently sitting in DRS as well of Jake's and Shaney. Venom P4. Aston Martin's together there, 4 and 5. Venom and Brewitt. The good constructor points for them coming their way tonight. Look at Mandy. You blue bulls. My golly. How do you kick people off this channel? Oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Was that too soon? Let's not do that. Let's not make it a violent rugby feud. So Shane's got himself penalties. Jake's is still clean. Kataya down to 11, but remember he's had his pit stop already. He's looking really good there in P11. Quibus as well. So let's watch out for them. They've got no penalties right now. Remember, over 50% race. Those penalties can hurt. Cooper making a move now on Brewitt. And 0. And they touch. A little bit of a touch going on there on turn 1, I believe it was. Yeah, it is turn 1. And Brewitt going back to P6 and 0 in P7. Battle at the moment, Brian. He's having a look there at Jake's, and I think Jake's is just out of DRS from Shane. That's going to hurt Jake's. He's not going to be able to get the wing open. Thanks, Mandy. We'll leave it at that, blue emoticon lady. All right, where are we sitting, Brian? Are you going to make the move? Let's jump on board with him. Guys, he's going to wait for the start-finish line. just tuck himself in nicely behind him in the slipstream. Remember, it's a lot of dirty air as well here, so makes it really tough to keep that line. You can see there, it's so difficult to keep a straight line where you want to put the car because of the dirty air. But I think he's going to make a move down the start-finish line now. Let's have a look. Oh, going into pits is both of them. Wow, that was a surprise. I really thought Brian's going to make use of that DRS going down the straight, but only 14, 15 laps on the hards. It shows me that this is a high tyre wear track, no doubt. Brewitt now going up because of the pit stop there, as well of Brian and Jake's, both on the mediums. Are they doing a two-stopper? Are they going to make those mediums go all the way to 29? Only time will tell, but look how close they are as well, guys, where they came out. Where are they? I lost them. There they are, 9 and 8th. Almost trying to pull themselves a Lando Norris, Max Verstappen pit stop there, chase each other out of the pit line. Pit lane, not line, but pit line, lane. I said it twice. Alright, go back to Shane. He's still our current leader. 15 lap old hards. 7 seconds ahead of Venom. Boss also having a look at Taser. I just dyed my hair blue because I saw my son bought a blue tin for hair. It's one of those spray-on hairs. I thought it'd be really funny just to do it, and then I realized, hey, you know what? I'm going to do it for the show tonight. Make this tribute show different from every other racing event. So there it is, blue hair. All mine, till I wash it out, luckily. Oh, Boss is having a very good look there at Taser, but the good battle still happening there between Jakes and Brian, them two. They're doing a little bit of a... Oh, there's a penalty for Brian. They're doing a little bit of a battle themselves. Let's get these tyres off again, throw you guys back onto the penalties, and you can see how the penalties look as they go along. Venom now, our new race leader, 16 lap old hards. Kateya, really good. He's putting on pressure to Boss at the moment. Only 2/10 off of him. So he's the guy to watch out for. But look at Shane. He's going to have to make up 7.5 seconds to get to Kateya again. Now I'm not dying it at all, Mandy. I'm there, but I'm not there. I was actually trying to go for Papa Smurf, and then I realized Papa Smurf's got white hair, not blue. But anyway, it landed up blue. Blue by you. Jakes. Brian up to P5 now, close to Shane. Look at this, guys. This is going to be one of those start-finish line runs. Kateya trying to put pressure onto Boss. I think he's going to make a move, get himself to P2. Like I said, get those tyre details off, put the penalties on. Now you guys get a good indication of penalties. 21 seconds there for Joshua Mott right at the bottom. And then the 9s between Cooper and Brewitt. But still keeping my eye on Kateya at the moment. Is he going to make the move down the start-finish line? I'm pretty sure he will. We'll see if it's going to stick. You know what? Let's have a lovely on-board shot of this. I think we're going to see a move here. He's going to pull onto the inside. There you go. Lovely overtake. Comfortably makes it long straight over here. Qatar start-finish line on 123.8, fastest lap up Brian. And he also just does a move and puts himself up into P4. I think Brian's feeling really comfortable on those tyres at the moment. Kateya now trying to make up the gap to Venom.
You think Kateya is going to win this race?
I think he's in a really good position to do so, Key. He's had his pit stop already, but he's got no penalties. That's always a good plus at Qatar. But he seems to be managing those tyres really well. I was just very surprised that the guys had to jump into pits at lap 13, 14 from the hards. And that was kind of scary.
Now, is a problem around this track. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 4 or 5% per lap. Quite high.
That's very high. Very high. And I was saying a little bit earlier, the fuel as well. The guys forget that Qatar burns fuel, and you could easily underfuel your vehicle here. We've just lost Venom. He's back in, he's joined. Okay, cool. I think he just had a connection issue there. But they lose a lot of fuel on this track because you almost like 92% of the lap is full throttle. So they don't realize that, and some guys lose a lot of fuel and they have to start coasting. And that hurts them at the end as well. 3-second penalty now for Kateya. So he's all tied up with everybody else. there's a lovely battle going on there. There we go. There's the move now by Shane. Takes Brian's position back.
You know, it's a tough track when someone like Shane gets 9 seconds.
Yes, absolutely. Because Shane's usually very clean with penalties. So they're pushing hard. They're pushing hard, and the limits here are tough, eh? The strict rules on this track, just go off the white line. They give you their penalty.
There's only 2 tracks in this game that's like that. It's obviously this is one, and Imola. Imola is another bad one.
Imola's bad. The third one for me is Mexico. Mexico tends to hurt the people a lot as well.
Yeah, Mexico is also. You know which track I also got that's also. I don't know, for some reason people get a lot of penalties there is Jeddah. I think it's because it's like a street track. Like you're always full throttle at Jeddah, we know this. And some of the corners you just go a little bit wide.
Yeah,
I've seen
absolutely.
some hectic penalties there.
No, absolutely. And it's especially those S's. That's where you make or you lose a lot of time on a lap is those S's, and people tend to push it just a bit too hard there. But that's probably, I agree with you, Jeddah's another one. And you'd think you don't because of so many walls. They still get penalties there.
Yeah.
We were just saying a little bit earlier, Ki, I don't know if you know this, but the first time ever that I've seen it, but we had a wet quali at Qatar.
I saw something while I was sorry. I saw wet and I was like, what? In the desert.
In the desert, brother. We had a wet quali.
And we had this discussion a while back. Can't even remember how long ago. About we had the start of the season. We had a couple of races. I think the first four of the 5 races, except Bahrain, obviously, was rain, and I was like, ew. And then we got a couple of clean ones, and I saw the thing, and I saw, Texas, we didn't get rain. Good. It's desert tracks the last 2, so rain's gone for the rest of the season. I saw that, I was like, wow.
And we hit it at Qatar out of all places. I mean, jeez.
Yeah. I would understand if it's Abu Dhabi because there's some city there.
Yes.
Qatar's got 0% city.
Yeah, absolutely. It was but look, I'll tell you what, they handled themselves really, really well. Because I don't think people practice a lot of rain at Qatar, especially because you don't expect it. And they drove really well.
I know someone like a Brian, that's the way he practiced this game. So he will do a lobby, but a wet lobby. Doesn't mind the track, doesn't mind it, because if you're fast in the wet, you will obviously be fast in the dry.
Yes.
So he's probably one of the few people that had some wet training on this track.
Yeah, that's clever. It's very clever. You got to try and practice in all different weather conditions, track conditions. What you don't realize is it's not just about the wet and the overcast and that. It's a track temperature that affects, are you getting your tires into certain windows? And that's what the guys really practice for, because the more your tires in a good window, the better grip you got over a whole period of a race. So it's clever practice, that.
Yeah.
Bit of a change coming there now. Brewer taking Cooper. Brewer, though, with 12-second penalties. Cooper with 9. And like you said earlier, surprising one this evening. Shane with 9 penalties. 9-second penalties.
A guy in a very good place at this moment is, I know the guy's my teammate, but a guy like Jakes and Quibers, both without penalties. We obviously don't know what the warning situation is like. But only 4 seconds behind Brian and them.
Exactly.
They can, with some... If they can work together, the two, not attack each other, play some good DRS games and play along, they can catch the guys in front and they can still finish P1 and 2 in this race.
And especially at a track like Qatar, you don't get these massive 20-second gaps between drivers. If you notice that you'll have this 3 or 4 second gap, but then you got 3 or 4 drivers within a second of each other. It's because of the high-speed track that we're dealing with. So, yeah, penalties tough here at this track, definitely. They must just keep it clean, and they could be on the podium. Getaia, P1, having a fight with Boss.
But also, we must give a shout-out to Josh with his 24 seconds off.
Let's go. I've got a clip on my first part, so just for you guys that have joined late or haven't joined late or whatever the case is, please know that I had a spike of power, so I had to do what I call a part 2. So there will be 2 streams available for you on YouTube. Part 1, which is the full build-up of the race and qualies and everything, and then the main race will be the part 2. Why I'm saying that is if you go and look at part 1 there, you will notice something where I picked up Josh. He disappeared off track. The game just lost him, and all of a sudden he popped up out behind a signboard from the side of the track. It's a brilliant clip. It's something I'm going to put into our yearly blooper reel. But what a thing. And then, like you say, 24 seconds there, Josh. I think Haas is doing him tough tonight. They're not looking after my Josh.
But you know the reason why the game seems like they kicked him out. He had a lot of penalties, so he was so far behind, so the game never rendered him.
Yeah, that's...
So only afterwards they rendered him.
Maybe that's what happened. They didn't know how to render him. They didn't know where he was.
Well done, EA.
Oh, there we go again. It was so funny to see that clip, though. I tell you, I will post it and maybe on the TikToks, and you guys can get to see it there. Man, he's shouting for Brian there. Let's go, Brian. Where is Brian, by the way? He's sitting comfortably in P4. 6-second penalty, though. And look how tight the top 4 is. Top 5, top 6. The 7th place is the only one with a 9-second gap at the moment. Jake's making that move now on Querbus, taking P5. They're swapping places, these two. But that's the DRS coming into effect there, Kia, from the start-finish line. And you say how powerful it is.
You know what's fun if someone like a Gete is winning this race as well that I'm checking now only. We will have then 9 different winners this season.
That's the greatest news we heard all day, because that's seriously what we want in these leagues. You don't want someone running away with it, and that's a really good thing to hear. Shane, another 3 seconds there for him, so he's up to 12 now. That's going to drop him down quite bad. One are heavily badly with it. 2, that's 5, that's 15, so he's still within the top 7 if he keeps it there. We're at lap 23 of 29, so a bit of a way to go. Now the question is, how much have they got left on those tires?
Well, while we're on Shane, the guy can basically do what he wants to. I don't know if you notify the people. You probably have, because your shows is perfect. But Shane has already clinched the driver championship, so he can just float around there if he wants to.
Yeah, I have not let the people know that, but thank you. They do know now. I didn't pick that up at all. I've been loving my stream so much, I haven't even considered looking at that. I was going to only look at it next week. But so he's won the championship already. He's done.
He's won the drivers, but obviously still a lot to fight for. There's still, I think, 3 or 4 teams in the constructors that can win it.
Wonderful.
With Racing Bulls, that's 53 points ahead. Alpine is there. Aston Martin is there. But I don't think Aston Martin is doing them any favors this week around.
No, they're not. But also, you say that, now Shane's going to be losing a lot of positions there, so Red Bulls, the Baby Bulls, are not going to get as many points for this race. So maybe a couple of guys reeling them in for the last showdown at Abu Dhabi again.
100%. And if you look at someone like Boss, if he can perhaps come away with a P1 or P2 here,
yeah,
Shane is dropping down the order. If I have a look at it quickly, he will probably drop to P6. P6, he will only get like 12 points. His teammate is P10, that's only another 5 points.
Yes.
So Boss will get 25 points. So if Black can get a couple of positions up, I don't know, maybe we can go tight into the final round.
Yeah, that's all you want, you know, and we know that it hasn't been a heck of a long season, I tell you. I think it was really well planned out. The guys seem to still have high spirits about finishing the season. We've got 1 race left. I mean, it's been a really good planning by you, so well done on that as well, Key. And once again, I think, I'm under correction, but I think you guys are planning to do a 8-race short season before the new game's released. Is that confirmed or no?
It's probably going to be less than 8. We just got trying to confirm the amount of tracks. The problem that we have is once Abu Dhabi is done, with a week or so break for the guys, we will only have 4 to 5 weeks left before 25 is released. Gotcha. And I know there's a couple of guys in previous times, a guy like Brian, but I don't know what they're going to do, because 25 is obviously not supporting new gen. So, but I know there's some guys that's buying the game the 30th or the 27th. They got the championship edition, and they go straight over. And also something Cooper said, that this game is getting big, so they have to delete 24 in order to play 25. So we still need to work on the finer details, but it will most probably be less than 8 races at this moment.
Yeah, we also know with our past experience there, Key, that you tend to start a season maybe a month later after the release because there's a lot of updates, a lot of bugs they fix up. So we know there's a bit of a delay before we actually commit to a league season in order to give the guys the best opportunity to race. So I do take that'll probably happen again.
Yeah, so what we are planning, obviously there's zero planning for the season of 25 yet.
Yeah.
But what we have been trying to do is, so we'll have a short 24 league to finish off the season. We will have that, like you said, that month time. So the game is coming out 30th of May. So we're planning, we're not 100% confident, but we're planning to have the first league running in 25 only in July. I think the 2nd of July, if you're not mistaken.
Yeah.
Just to give it that month's break, for EA to sort out their problems, a little bit of game bugs, people getting tire wear. You know, there's a couple of things that they need to do.
Yeah. Let's see.
So yeah,
We just hope it works out. I just hope they've spent a little bit more time on the connection for the guys in terms of online lobbies, you know, so that we can connect proper for the leagues, because that was to me one of the biggest issues for the last 2 years, never mind this year. So we'll see how it goes. We keep our heads up high and we just keep doing what we're doing, and that's F1 racing.
100%. The main thing is what I heard about. I had a couple of guys. I don't know if I can talk about. I will just do it. You know, Big D Ambertus that used to drive here in the beginning of the season. He's been playing 25 beta last week, and the things that I heard about the game, we in for a good time, I think.
Yeah. Oh, look, like I'm always positive until otherwise proven wrong, you know, so I'm very excited for the new season, and I'm pretty sure most of the drivers are. Just having a look at Boss. Boss had a really big tailspin on the last turn there at Key, and Taya almost having him. But look at Shane. He's trying to catch these oaks. He's now on P3, 3.7 seconds back. He's going to drop further down, I would think, now with those 12 seconds. But wow, what a nice drive, I must say, there by Fateh and Boss Otter. They're battling well tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, this has been two guys that's been a fundamental, especially Boss. They're fast. They're having a lack of battle. If I have a look at the timing, I don't think there's enough laps for Jake to get within that 3 seconds of the top two to win this race. So obviously the winner will be determined by that too. And then you will have Shane and Brian that will go a little bit about. But shout out to Jakes, man. The guy's the only guy without a penalty around this track.
Yes.
That's a massive 30 seconds for Getaya.
I was just going to say, shout out to both of them, Jakes and Quibs, because like you said, they must just be clever and pull each other closer to Brian. They did that. They're only 2.3 away from Brian now. So I have to give a shout out to both of them, and absolutely to Jakes. No penalties at Qatar, and he's in P5. Let's go, big guy. What a drive.
Yeah, that's massive. Obviously, Quibber's got the 3 seconds, but still, look at the guys in front of him. It's got 9, 12. That I don't know if you saw this, but Getaya just got another 3 seconds, which I think is major. He needs to now clear Boss by 3 seconds within a lap and a half.
Yeah. Not going to happen.
Or Boss gets another 3 seconds and they fight it out.
It might happen. Who knows? This is F1. It can change in a corner, hey?
It can change within one corner. So, like you say, it's...
Oh! A big shout out to Josh there. He just hit 30-second penalties, and I think he hit the wall. He's out. He's DQ'd.
Yeah, that's a... We didn't have that in a long time. The last car I remember have that was our good friend Cooper that had more than 30 seconds penalties.
Yeah, and he's showing them up. He's only on 12. What a man.
He's one of the top leaders at this stage.
But I will say as well, no safety car at Qatar. We can't have one either anymore. It's lap 28 of 9. Well done, lads.
Massive news. I think we didn't have much safety cars this season. We had a first couple of weeks was quite a rough start to it.
Yep.
But since who's
that was an Aston Martin for some reason at the back there spinning like that.
Probably Venom.
Do you see a bit of lag or something happening? Look at the two front runners riding through each other now.
Yeah, that's...
Oh no. Don't tell me Getaya's got a problem.
Getaya probably spun or...
He's retired for a session. Something's gone off.
Getaya left the session, and obviously with this wonderful game we have, if you leave the session while driving, the game
Yeah,
The
but
game retire issue.
I think he actually had a whole PC shut down or something, because that was both instantly at the same time, retirement and left the game.
And left the game.
Yeah, I think that's an actual connection or PC thing like me, total switch off. It feels like that. We'll have to confirm it. But Boss Otter, he's going to win this.
This is the second week in a row, or the second time this week that Getay has been having problems with the connection stuff, which is not. I'm making this. It's not his fault. This is an EA problem.
Yes.
Remember in the League versus League, the guy who qualified P3, he got kicked from the lobby, tried to join back in, and he never got in control of his car again. He's got such bad luck actually with this.
Yeah. There we go from Sergeant Panda. A couple of things coming from his side now. You were talking about it earlier. Nice. So a lot of the time to get used to the new game, then it's not, if it's not a copy and paste for 24. He says, heard it's a mix of 23 and 24, handling model more like 23 with some features of 24. And then he said the DSQ for Josh was because of too many penalties, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Just while we had a massive shout out to Boss.
What a winner.
A race winner tonight.
What a winner.
Race winner. GG's.
Oh, absolutely. Well done, Boss Otter. Alpine.
Yeah, that's massive. But yeah, Sergeant Panda, to come back to you, it's, I don't know, this game, it's doing it to us, eh? It's doing it to us.
It's that time of the year, I think. It's, you know, like they say, everyone's focusing for 25. Their servers are probably getting bombed by trial runs, test runs, whatever they're doing. So it's just, we've been through this too many times to know that it's going to be game issues. Jake's getting P2 tonight for the Williams. Great drive by Jake's there.
That's massive.
Told you, keep your penalties clean. Chiquez put him on the podium. Kuba's taking the last podium for Haas there in P3. Well done, guys.
I always say this, consistency wins races. It's not always about speed, guys. You don't have to be the fastest to win races. And Boss has shown us here. Okay, I haven't watched the full race. He could have been the fastest, but Boss will tell you 100% he's not the fastest guy in Fusion. He won 2 races this year.
He's very good, Boss. And I tell you what, just mentioning that, talking about Boss, the stuff he does for the people off track is crazy good. He spends a lot of time with people if they want help with setups, if they want practice lobbies, he's the guy that climbs out and does that type of thing. So yeah, big shout out to him. And there he is on the podium, getting himself a great victory here for the season, man. Well done.
Yeah, 100%, I agree.
Dave Venom says it live on the chat. I have such a bad luck this season. I thought that the sprint win would change my luck, but nope.
Yeah, I think after Getay, the guy with worse luck than Getay is Venom.
Yeah,
a couple
absolutely.
of times where also the game disconnected him, so he DFQ'd. The other time I know there was someone that joined back in, left, joined back in, left, joined back in, the game DFQ'd Pierre, Venom. The amount of bad luck that he's getting with this game is bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there we go. Big shout out to... Look at the standings, though. This is with the sprint included. Boss and Jakes both took 25 points tonight.
You see, that's what I want to see about my man Jakes.
That's great.
My teammate.
So
but also
good.
massive shout out to Quibus.
Yes.
As far as I know, this is Quibus' first podium in Fusion. Obviously, the guy only joined us mid-season. But this podium, well done, GG's.
He's got some good pace on him. Hey, I was watching him in qualies. He's got some speed on him, and he's a really clean, good driver with his lines. So he's a guy to watch out for. I think he's someone to keep your eye on.
100%, I agree with that.
All right, Key. So, yeah, from my side, I'm going to call it a night with everybody. Thank you for joining us. Sorry about the little bit of disconnection, but these things happen. We caught it well, and we're finishing strong, as always, here at Fusion Racing League. Guys, you have to join us next week on Monday. It's going to be a big one. Once again, it's a tribute to ITZFOURIE. That's why we did all these extra things tonight. Community of racing, sticking together there, Key.
Yes, 100%. League versus League on Monday is going to be massive again. Just while I have you guys be clear, massive shout out to the streamer, the show, the producer. The guy's been, if I have to tell you the amount of work this guy's been doing back in the behind the doors, you guys would crack. So massive shout out to him. But like I said, let's get out there Monday. Let's smash the viewership. Let's have a wonderful time, and let's do another big tribute for
Yeah, without a doubt.
ITZFOURIE, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And my last shout out to you. Congrats again. Papa of the Year we are here tonight. Live in the booth with me, Key. Congrats again, eh? All right, I don't know if I can hear the voice there. Guys, for this evening, I'm saying good evening and enjoy your night. And I'm going to play out with my tribute video for ITZFOURIE. Take care, everybody. See you Monday.
I just want to thank everybody. Safarao, SKR, that lap one was amazing. It really gave me tears in my eyes, and it means a lot to us. Yeah, that's all I want to say at this stage. Thanks for the support. Thanks for everybody who watched. The guys from other leagues that joined in the stream. Thanks so much. We appreciate it a lot.